we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now it's Carson. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Wilson with the handoff to Chris Carson. Tackle made at the 9-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Here's the sneak with Wilson. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, 1st and goal. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's Carson. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. On the ground, Geis. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken a 1st quarter lead. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Dolphins 0. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Run there by Matt Breida, and he spent the early part of his career in San Francisco sharing the backfield and sharing the ball. What you really want with him, open space, and make sure he's touching it, because he can take it from 0 to the end zone in a very short amount of time.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
2nd and 12. Here's a toss right side for Breida. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
3rd down and 12.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From midfield, here's Tua. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now it's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
1st down.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. This is Carson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
Chris Carson has proven to be a workhorse for the Seattle Seahawks, and they continue to expand his game. We know that he can run inside and be a bruising type of a player, but he has surprising speed to the perimeter, and they've expanded his game now by throwing it to him out of the backfield. In 2019, in the top 10 in the league in touches and yards from scrimmage.
They run it with Carson. And he's got some space here. 20. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 36 yards on the play. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
Yeah, they're right down here looking for 6. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll try to run with Carson, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, Dolphins nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pick.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, Tua. They'll set up a screen for Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. From the gun, it's Tua. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
1st and 10.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Tua going to hand this one to Breida. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Breida.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
This is Breida. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 yards there, first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Parker the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Breida, and he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Trey Flowers on the stop. That's a gain of 3.
It's 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
No good.
So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank, but this game, can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction, but he seemed to put a little too much on it, and from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Second and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
On 3rd down, it's Carson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Returnable for Grant. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Tua, a final shot before half. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0 as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
What a great rookie campaign in 2019 for DK Metcalf, who came in with high expectations, was actually upset that he went in the 2nd round, not the 1st round, but quickly proved everyone wrong who didn't take him prior. 900 yards receiving, 7 touchdowns, and looks exactly like a Seattle Seahawks receiver is supposed to look. Big, strong, physical, and catches all the contested passes downfield.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
First down, Seattle.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 26-yard line. Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That catch good for only a couple.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 3rd down, Wilson letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 29-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
3rd down and 11.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this is going to be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
They'll run on first down. Carson. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
28-yard line.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the second half at FedEx Field now. And it's Washington scoring again to open that lead up even further. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They're running the jet sweep here to Parker. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mesh there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Now it's Breda. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that could be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
allowing the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
Come on. 54, Mike, 54.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. That'll be complete to Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
By Eric Rowe.
Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st down.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They run again with Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run it again with Hyde. That 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Seahawks on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And that is no good. He pulled it just a wee bit wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 5. And it'll be 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
To throw is Tua. He can run for it, and he will. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, clap the top of the wagon.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw is Tua. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Got his man, it's Williams. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
3rd down.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Tua finding Gesicki there for the Dolphin first. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Seahawks 45-yard line.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Tagovailoa looking to throw it. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. 12 yards there and a first down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Preston Williams, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing...
And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
At the 26-yard line.
I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype.
51. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So the victory here for Seattle, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Seahawks, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.